stick around to the end of the video. I don't want to spoil this, but I'm going to show you in less than 30 days how my suckers are doing. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you stick around to the end, I think you're going to be impressed with what you see. And it's a way to grow tomatoes year-round for free. The plants are free. All right, stick around to the end. I'm busy farming. Last video, I already have peppers starting to form here. This is that Jimmy Nardello. I talked about how I'm starting these for my spring crop, hopefully planting sometime during the month of March. So I just wanted to show you how well they're doing. I potted them up, compost, I've been feeding them, and I put a little layer of mulch on top. Now, today, I'm working on, I thought I'd give it a try of setting myself up for a spring crop that was started from suckers. So I have 4 varieties, from the determinate to the grape cherry tomatoes, the large cherry, and the regular tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. I do have to put my last label in. No, I just use these, and I'll stick it in right here. Now, I've done this before. Generally, they're going to do really well. Okay? So, I'll show you a little bit how I do this. Again, this is taking a sucker off an existing tomato plant. Some of the advantages, you could pick a healthy plant, and by sucker, I mean a growth, let me find one here, like these right here. Yeah, I'm gonna actually cut this off. Okay, so this would be a sucker. There's the sucker. All right, it came off the main stem. What I'll typically do is trim all this back. I try and like to have this even, and you'll have a couple of nodes here. They'll form roots, and generally I like to cut it on a 45. We'll dip it in root hormone, as you'll see, and they'll go into the compost. I didn't sift it, probably should have, but this is just for fun to see how well we do. My thoughts are, if these do well, every other plant will be one from a sucker, and then the other will be one from seed. So we'll get a comparison to see how well and how faster the suckers might grow versus the others. You could see we have the formation for the flowers. Historically, these will start to fruit much quicker. I'm going to leave these on. Now I'm going to have to feed these. So once a week I'll be feeding my suckers either with the Harmony and or some liquid seaweed solution. So that's a sucker. I have so many here. You know, I've been trying to trim them back, but I figured, as healthy as these plants are, there's suckers everywhere, right? That would be another. Again, see how this is longer? Try and even them up a little bit. And 30 days from in that wind strip seed starting tray, that's I believe a 50 cell, I should be able to pot these up to a 4-inch. I believe this is a 4-inch here, or something like this. I recycle or upcycle a lot of this stuff, but I'll pot them up like I did those Jimmy Nardellos. Now those I'm potting up a little bit bigger because I have a longer window. But I think after 30 days in a 4-inch pot, they should be well established. I might have to stake them, because you'll see, I'll do an update. These suckers are going to grow really quick. Okay, now, today is January 26, 2024. Everything is thriving. I've been snacking on these grape cherry tomatoes. Ooh, ooh. These are one of my favorites. I'm going to stick this in one of these pots. We'll come back on an update and see how they do. No root hormone. I'm just going to stick it in the soil. So, just for an experiment, I'm into planting them with the sweet potato and kale. We'll see how well they do. But anyway, today's video really is about kind of an experiment. I figured, why not? I have nothing to lose. As we get into February, we'll see how well this does. The lowest we've been so far is 33 degrees. And that was at a 4-hour window. I didn't heat any of my greenhouses, so I did not even heat the small greenhouse, which I typically do. I just closed everything up. Everything's fed really well. So it's thriving, still getting eggplant, everything. There's nothing we're not getting right now. We're giving so much away. Harvesting tomatoes, roasting them, running them through a food mill every other day, it feels like. I couldn't be any happier with how my garden is thriving. Market garden is thriving here in Zone 9B at the end of January. So let's take a look at how I do my suckers in that seed starting tray, and I'll come back with some final thoughts. Filled up my wind strip tray just with compost. I did not sift it. From here, I'll use my dibbler. I'm going to cut some suckers, and we'll use a little root hormone, and we're going to plant out this tray. That's a dibbler. Now, I've already cut 5 suckers. I trim them on an angle. I've shortened up some of the leaves. This is root hormone. It's a garden safe take root. Get it on Amazon. Liberally coat it. Stick it in. These are the determinate variety of tomatoes. Get a little closer here for you. All those little fine hairs, I'll refer to them as, those will be roots. You do see we have some fruit or flowers starting. We'll see how well this does. Again, there's the root hormone on it. Press this soil down really well so it's compacted. And the last one. Put the cap on just in case I knock it over. Now I want to push it down. I'm going to put my finger underneath where I could feel the bottom of that stem, and I'm going to compact around the stem of the sucker. And I'll come back and we'll add a little more compost. I want this completely full because that'll allow more roots to grow. Again, I'm feeling on the bottom here for the bottom of that stem. I like it right at the bottom. I'll try and straighten them up a little bit. So that's what it looks like. I'll have to label these. I might do 10 of each variety. All right, we'll come back after I get a few more done. Well, I hope you found that video helpful. Again, it's just a way to propagate plants. I use the same technique, whether it's for rosemary, mulberry, you name it. I'm super excited. I forgot to comment on the roots. Look at how well that's doing. So we're getting a nice, healthy root system here. I'm really excited about trying this new pepper plant. We are still getting bell peppers and the Carmen sweet peppers. So I hope this finds you guys well, and stay tuned. I'm going to do an update on the seeds I got. So I have to now start all my seeds. That's the feature of the next video. I just thought before I started doing that process, I'd harvest 50 suckers and see how well they do. So All right, we'll see you guys real soon. Thanks for watching. All right, I held off on releasing this video because I wanted to show you guys in less than 30 days the results we're getting with our suckers. How's that? And you can see all the roots down at the bottom. That tells me we're about ready to start transplanting or potting up. Now, let me pull one out carefully now. I just want to show you. Come a little closer. Look at that. Now, you probably could use a little food at this stage, so we will apply some fertilizer. That's less than 30 days. This is the determinate type of tomatoes. Let me show you another one here real quick, just to show that. This one back here, hopefully you can see that. It looks like we've got fruits forming. Okay, and again, there's a look at the bottom. Nice roots. Let me show you what's next. All right. Now, I could go to these pots to pot it up. This is a determinate. Look at those roots there. So I could use a little bit bigger pot. Usually I'd go to something a little larger. Maybe one of these. Okay. This is going to work for now. Look at that right there. It's going to go to flower soon. So I just wanted to show you guys this. Okay. So that's how you can grow tomatoes year-round with free plants. Utilize the suckers. February 13th. Gorgeous eggplants, real quick. Here's my Jimmy Nardello peppers. There's a look at the tomato plants thriving. Again, February 13th, 2024, my pepper plants. This has been a spectacular fall crop all the way through February. Come beginning of March, we're replanting.